Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I'm going to give you some tips as to what not to do with your next-gen consoles. Can't believe I'm doing some of these, but it's true. Alright, first of all, I'm going to mention the Xbox Series X. If you haven't seen the fake videos out there with the smoking Xboxes and all that kind of stuff and people doing it, what they're doing is they're vaping into their consoles with a vape pen. First of all, don't do that. It's bad for your console. Smoke is bad for your console. Either way you go, it can clog up fans. It can dirty up a lot of necessary components in there, and then you will have an actual broken Xbox because, well, you'll have damaged your console yourself. And then when you go to have it repaired or whatever, and you say, well, I've had this Xbox only X amount of time, they're going to say, sorry, you voided your warranty because you were stupid enough to vape into the Xbox. This is so bad that Xbox actually went out and showed people how this was happening, okay, and told people in a tweet that said, please do not vape into your Xbox. They also followed that up by, I can't believe I'm actually having to post this. So don't vape into your Xbox unless you actually want to break your console and then waste $500 plus on new equipment. Unless you have more money than sense and you don't really care, I guess. But please don't do that. Okay? Secondly, I'm going to mention the PS5, and this is important. If you have a PS5, please, oh please, do not put it in rest mode. Right now, there's a big issue with the hard drive corruption error that's happening. If you put it in rest mode, you can put it. Sometimes it doesn't happen. They have patched this, by the way, or at least tried to patch it with the day one update. And some people are reporting that it's no longer happening to them, but some people still are having this problem. So do not put your consoles in rest mode. Instead of doing that, go ahead and power down your consoles, close your applications, power them down until you're ready to play again. Because basically, if it has to rebuild your hard drive consistently, then obviously that's a big problem, and you may actually ruin your console by doing that, at least right now. So I'll keep an eye on this one and keep you guys updated whether or not they've patched it, that kind of stuff. But as of right now, that's a big no-no. Please just power down your consoles and reboot it when you're ready to play again. It's a big deal. Also, I can't believe I'm mentioning this one, but don't take your next-gen discs like Spider-Man Miles Morales on PS5 or whatever PS5 game you have that's native PS5 and try to put them in your PS4. Not going to work for two reasons. One, first of all, the discs and the disc drive are not compatible on the PS4 because you're looking at an Ultra HD Blu-ray versus a standard Blu-ray, 1080p Blu-ray. And usually the laser that reads these discs are upgraded in some way so that they can do that. So if you do that, you're liable to damage your actual discs, and you don't want to do that because then when you go to put it in your PS5, you're going to have disc damage or some kind of scratch or something, and it may ruin your game, and you'll have to go repurchase another one. And it may even, in retrospect, because you have a damaged disc, may damage your PS5 ability to read your PS5 games. So please don't do that. It's not a good idea. Again, shouldn't have to mention that, but in case I do, there you go. We're going to mention a couple of games that are currently out that are having corruption issues. Specifically with Ubisoft's Watch Dogs Legions and Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And it's happening on all platforms, not just Xbox and PC and PlayStation. So please be aware of it. They think it's related to their cloud service, so they're working on a patch for this. But right now, if you play Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Watch Dogs Legions, you may run into a corruption error where you have to, where your save data becomes corrupted and you have to start over. So please be aware of that. It is a problem. It is a huge problem right now for a lot of people. Some people aren't having that problem, but just be aware of it and maybe not play it for a little bit. I know we have very limited games to play on our PlayStation 5s and our Xbox Series X's, but right now it might be better to just kind of sort of put that one to the side and wait, okay? Because that's an issue, big issue right now. So just wait for a patch. One other thing, this game right here, I'm going to mention this real quick and then we're going to go. This game right here, if you did not hear already, has lost 90% or 96% of its player base. And yes, I mentioned this in my review when I reviewed this game. I gave this game a 7.5, and the only reason I gave it a 7.5 was because at the end of the game, you have no in-game content that really can keep you. Because once you've leveled up your characters, or the characters at least that you're going to use all the time, in my case it's Thor and Captain America and Hulk. I did level up Iron Man, but I haven't even gone back to finish that. But here's the thing. There's no in-game content. Right now, they were fixing a lot of quality of life improvements. They delayed the big update that was supposed to give us Hawkeye and Kate Bishop and all that narrative stuff that they were going to drop. They delayed that until this month, sometime this month. At least that was the plan. Still haven't heard one way or the other about that, so I have no idea if that's going to still happen. So yeah, people are leaving in droves because the content that is there is repetitive to the point of being boring. There are no real incentives to go back in and play. They were hoping that the new content drops would help that, but they've had to delay that. So yeah, big problem. And I said in my review, I'll actually quote it for you. I said in my review that if the in-game content was not fixed, if you did not keep your player base engaged, that people were going to leave and this game was going to fail. And I said that, and I stand by that, because right now this is what the problem is. Hopefully when they do finally put up Kate Bishop and Hawkeye and the narrative drops that they were planning and the other missions they were planning, hopefully that will bring the player base back. But usually once you have a game that is dying and the player base leaves, they find something else to play and they don't come back. And that's really sad, because this game is actually kind of fun to play, but after you've done the same content over and over and had some of the bugs we've had over and over, it gets old and you don't want to play it anymore. Think Anthem, people. Should have stuck to your guns. I don't want to bash them too hard, but they did lose tens of millions of dollars for the lack of sales for this game. So it is what it is. Alright guys, that's the information I have for you. Please don't do these things to your next-gen consoles, and be aware of the new games with their corruption errors as well. And rest in peace, Avengers, I think, until at least the new content drops, I hope. Because like I said, it's a lot of fun to play, but it is what it is. You can follow me on Facebook.com/VirtualNunchucks, over on Twitter @VNunchucks, of course, Twitch.tv/VirtualNunchucks, and please don't forget to subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Just subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any content, because every Monday through Friday I give you guys content on this channel, unless of course real life gets in the way, which occasionally happens, but that is the plan, always the plan. Hope you guys have a great day, and we will see you in the next video. Bye guys.